today's interview, we have a special person, special guest, Dr. LeslieBeth Wish. She's a nationally honored, award-winning licensed psychotherapist, and she's the author of the research-based book Smart Relationships. She's the founder of Lovely Victory, lovevictory.com. She teaches you how to train your love intuition so that you can read those little hidden tells in a person's behavior. And this helps you make wise love choices or get out of the bad ones quite quickly. The National Association of Social Workers has placed Dr. Wish on their list of the 50 who have contributed to the profession. She's also the subject of numerous biographical entries in Marquis Who's Who publications for her pioneering work with women's career and love. So we are very happy to interview you. We will be speaking about, how you train people and understand their intuition. And my first question to you is intuition real?
Well, welcome, and thank you so much for having me, because this is a topic that not many people talk about. So, intuition is real. Neuroscientists John Kunias and Mark Beeman wrote a book called The Eureka Factor. And what they talked about was, how do you find out if intuition is real? So they did all these neuroscientific experiments where they attach, electrodes to a person's head and ask them a series of questions about, what sparked your intuition, when was it right or wrong. And what these neuroscientists discover is that intuition actually is real. It is located just above and slightly behind your right ear. And that was the region in the brain that they saw lighted up in their studies. So let's stop those questions of, is intuition sort of, woo? No, it is very real.
And, sometimes I'm not so sure whether it is, my intuition telling me something, or whether it is my mind that gets in the way. So how can I distinguish whether it is the intuition or my mind that is speaking to me?
Well, another way to look at it is, ask yourself, how do I receive my intuitive signals? That's very important. Most people receive them, well, I'll get my little prop to help you. See, this is my little friend here. Most people get them in their gut. They get a flip-flop, a little tingle, or a little tiny poke. That's because there are numerous connections between your tummy and your brain. Your hormone system, your immune system, your central nervous system. But imagine where all those systems go. It doesn't just go in one row. It spreads out through your whole body. So not everybody experiences that kick that says, uh-oh, I'm getting a signal. Not everybody experiences it in their gut. So the first thing to think about is, where do I get most of my intuitive signals? So that is your very first step. And that takes away most of the questions like, uh-oh, am I thinking something, feeling something? Some people hear sounds, some people see things. For me, I feel it as a thump on my chest, just below my collarbone, and it feels as though something from outside me is tapping me. So your very first step is to get out of those understandable, dichotomies like, is it my head, is it my heart, and think first about doing your homework as to just how do I get my intuitive signals. So for your listeners, I want, and your viewers, I want you all to ask yourself, when did I get an intuitive signal about someone or something or some kind of decision? And where was that signal? So that is a very important foundation to establish.
So since we are talking about, how to start understanding where you feel your intuition, what steps should you take to start? Apart from, identifying where you feel.
Yes. Well, a couple things you can do. get out of the idea of should I listen to my head or my heart, because your heart can be absolutely pounding all over your entire chest, saying, go for it, girl, or, do it, or go to bed with this person right away. Oh boy, you're feeling something, and your head might be saying either nothing, or don't do it, don't go there, danger, danger. Or it might be saying, and this is even more frightening, it might be in agreement. So it is possible for your head and your heart, beating so hard, to be saying yes to you. And that message is so strong, but guess what? It could be wrong. And so why would your head and heart be saying, go for it, this is the right thing to do? So how could it possibly be wrong? Well, the answer is, and you and I talked about this before, we get in our own way of either doubting ourselves or going down the wrong path, because your head and heart can be aligned in that signal. But the reason it can be wrong is that you might be operating out of old love patterns and rules that you learned about men, women, trust from your parents.
So, you mentioned your heart, you mentioned your head. Sometimes they pump together. So, who should I listen to? The heart or the head?
What you should be more focused on is, what is my emotional default drive that I learned from my family that gets me to repeat sort of like failed love patterns? So the most important things you should pay attention to are, what are my love patterns? What have I learned from my parents? What have I learned about men, love, who's in charge, who's not in charge, who has a say, who doesn't have a say, who likes to be together, or who likes to be together so much that they're like one person, or that they're so apart and they're hardly ever together that that's how they survive. Those are important emotional rules and roles that you learned. So it's very important to kind of smoke out, clear the air, and get an idea as to just what your past is and how it affects your choices.
How did you get into study all this?
Well, I love doing research about things that bother me, because if I can't answer something that I feel has grounding in research and that is shown in human behavior, if I can't answer that question to my standards, and I put them pretty high, I do research. And I have lots of advanced graduate school training in my doctoral program and in my life and in my teachings of how to do solid research. And so I did that for 5 years with thousands of men and women. And I learned that one of the things that gets in the way of their making either good love choices or staying too long in ones that are bad, we're all guilty of that. Almost everybody is at some point. That you listen to yourself, I don't know, let's give him a chance or her a chance, but you stay too long. I learned that what happens is people do not listen to that intuitive judgment that is accurate. They doubt it, they dismiss it, because listening to it might mean you have to change your behavior.
Or make choice that you don't like to make.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
LeslieBeth, thank you so much for this, tips, in a way, suggestions, explanations that will certainly help everyone make wiser love choices and wiser choices in general, I think. And also to know more about LeslieBeth Wish, you can go and visit also the Power Your Life Network website, which is www.poweryourlifenetwork.com. And you will have a lot of information there too, and the links to the website.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's such a pleasure to be working with someone who likes to help people. So thank you.